confirmations and public elections for Tuesday, January 3rd. Chair does not detect a quorum, but we are going to go ahead and run through the qualifications of elections and confirmations. And so I believe that the Emergency Communications District Board appointment is going to be deferred because they're not here. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And so then we do have Procurement Standards Board reappointment of Miss Shannon Raybon. Just like what it says. And your questionnaire was late. Is that correct?
It was late.
Is there a reason why it was late?
I was out of the office and received the email late, knowing that I needed to submit another application. So my apologies.
Thank you, Sharon. So you were late because you were not aware that you needed to do another one.
I was not aware, yes.
Okay, so we'll blame that on the mayor's office for lack of communication.
Let's not do that. I don't want to get the mayor in trouble.
They've already accepted it and his head is still down. If you'll come on up to the hot seat, and then let me run through and make sure, Tom, that we're on the same page. We've got your solid waste appointments as being deferred. Is that correct, both of them?
I didn't know Dr. Griner was deferred.
Margaret, you had told me he's deferred?
I've heard from the clerk that he will not be present.
Okay.
Okay. And then I've got Dr. Emily Jones is deferred.
Yes, correct. Do you have Elisa Smith?
I'm sorry?
Do you show Elisa Smith?
No.
I don't.
No, I do not.
Okay, I'll check.
Okay. And then we'll move on to the other ones. The other ones should be here. All right. So, sorry about that. Procurement Standards Board's reappointment of Ms. Shannon Raybon to a term expiring on July 20th, 2025. So this will take a rule suspension, or no? I'm sorry, now I've lost my own notes.
Yes, it will take a rule suspension because the questionnaire was late. It's Rule 23 requires.
So I'll make a rule suspension on the floor, and if anyone objects, they object, but we'll go ahead and get through the rest of it. So the three main questions are do you live in Davidson County? Are you a registered voter in Davidson County? And are you on any other boards and commissions in Metro?
Yes, and no. I do live in Davidson County. I'm in East Nashville. I am a registered voter, and I am not on any other boards and or commissions for the county.
Great, and this is a reappointment for 2.5, 3 years. So do you want to tell us why you'd like to be reappointed?
I love it. I think that the work that the board does is really worthwhile and needed. I see our role as really making sure that the rules and regulations are user-friendly. I think that they can be kind of cumbersome for people who are trying to kind of navigate the program. And so I appreciate having a background as I'm a regulatory attorney and have been practicing healthcare law for 20+ years. So kind of working through regulations and making sure that they're user-friendly and that people understand how to work within them is kind of something that's purely within my wheelhouse. And I am especially interested and love to see the progress that we have made under Michelle's leadership with expanding the small and minority woman-owned SMWBE. I may not get all of the words correctly, but just to see
Is that one of the things that you're looking to make easier for people, is that acronym? I'm kidding, that was a joke, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was about to say. I mean, they've just done such good work. I don't know about that part of it, but I mean, just making sure that it's user-friendly and that people know that it's there and kind of know how to navigate it. I really appreciate being able to be a part of that and doing that kind of work, so that is why I'm looking to be reappointed.
That sounds great. Rutherford, do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, Tanya?
No, I didn't.
All right, we're not going to vote on you because we'll vote on you on the floor. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for being willing to serve again.
Thank you.
All right, so that takes us to Miss Latanya Chanel.
Yes.
Will you come on up to the hot seat?
Sure.
Thank you.
It's Channel, but when I'm feeling
Channel.
frisky, it's Chanel.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got that. And I love that green coat.
Thank you.
So I think we have these questions down, but do you live in Davidson County?
Yes,
Are
I
you
do.
a registered voter in
Yes.
Davidson County? Do you serve on any of the boards and commissions?
No.
For Metro. All right, so do you want to tell us a little bit of why you're excited to be adding this to your job list?
Sure. Just to make sure that Metro Nashville comes together on how we want to make requests when companies and businesses come to us for any tax abatements. I think we should come together as a county to say, hey, we want this in exchange, whether it's jobs, whether it's contracting, what have you, affordable housing. I think we should have a common goal.
Or do you have any of those in mind that you think we should add to the list? Do you care to share any of those with us?
Sure. Well, we already know in codes that for projects in the county, there's a 20%, make sure I get this right, Michelle, goal of 20% minority contractors for projects that the county does. I mean, why don't we consider asking for that for when developers come to us for, a TIF or for any other type of tax abatement from our city? And if not 20%, why not more, if possible?
I like it. Keep going up. Council Lady Hancock.
How do you pronounce your first name?
LaTanya.
Perfect. Tanya Hancock. So I feel like we're really.
There you go. My family calls me Tanya.
Yeah, there's nothing there. No, I don't have any questions.
Councilman Rutherford.
Thank you.
I'm good, thank you.
Council Lady Allen.
Thank you so much for being able to do this. We're gonna stay along with each other.
Excellent.
We will approve you on the floor. I guess before you go, I know that there are restrictions, obviously, from the state of a lot of things that we can and can't do when it comes to these types of things. Can you, I guess, give us a commitment that you're willing to get creative when it comes to union contracts, preventing sexual harassment and things like that?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. All right, we'll vote on you on the floor.
Okay, and you do realize that I'm the economic development chief for Metro? Gotcha,
Yes.
just wanna make
Oh,
sure.
I'm sorry. Did you just like name drop your own job?
Mike had given me a heads up about the possibility of that being issued, so I just wanted to make sure we were all,
It was clearly in the application.
all minds and hearts were clear. No problem.
Thank you.
So I think you asked my question since you didn't give me a chance to.
Oh, it's just because Council Lady Allen had the legislation to create the board. Council Lady Hurt, would you like to
No,
call
you
her
asked
back to
me-
the hot
you were-
seat?
You were perfect.
Okay. All right. We have that on the record. Council Lady Hurt has called me perfect. All right, Tax Incentive Abatement Study and Formulating Committee. We usually take these all together, but just because we're still waiting for a quorum, I'm buying a little time. So we've got Miss Angel.
So let me speak to that. She was my nominee.
Okay.
And you can blame the mayor's office again. I didn't know to ask her to be here at the Rules Committee meeting. The notice that she had received was to come before full council. She's on the way to that.
Okay. Well, she makes it here before I'm
I told her
done.
she gets here soon enough to come to council committee round 2.
Perfect. And did I
can speak
pronounce
on
that
her
correctly?
too.
Okay. Did I pronounce her name correctly?
Angel
Angel.
or Angel, either one.
Okay, cool.
And I'll text her to see how far away she is.
So Tax Incentive Abatement Study and Formulating Committee appointment of Mr. Mick Nelson. Come on down. You have been nominated by the Director of Affordable Housing Division of the Metropolitan Planning Department. Are you a registered voter in Davidson County?
I am not. I know. I will. We just found this out. I wasn't aware that it was. I'm a green card holder. I'm a permanent resident of Davidson County, but I cannot currently vote. I'm working on getting my citizenship, but that has not happened yet.
I think we've had this come up before this term or last, and I think it's one of those things that it's highly suggested, but not an actual formal requirement, as I'm looking at the two attorneys, right?
My recollection was that for certain metro boards and commissions, U.S. citizenship is required, but those are state-created, the school board, for example. But for most other metro-created boards and commissions, residency is required, but not citizenship.
Okay.
That's my vague recollection.
I have the same vague recollection.
I think we've had that before, because we had somebody else who could not register, and we were all right with that. But you live in Davidson County.
do.
Okay, good.
And you would otherwise be a registered
I
voter.
would absolutely. I think some people. I'm active in conversation.
Friends to vote.
Yeah, I certainly tell my
Your
friends to vote.
Okay, all right. We'll sign you up for a poll to work. And you're not on any other boards and commissions in Davidson County?
I am not.
Okay, great. So tell us how you came about to getting appointed to this.
So I was involved in the Mayor's Affordable Housing Task Force. That was last year. Was it 2 years ago?
2 years.
2 years ago now. Time flies. So I was co-chairing that with Ed Henley. So I was involved in that, and I work in affordable housing development. And so I'm involved with the sort of pilot programs and a little bit of TIF. So similar kinds of genres of what we're, I think, looking into with this committee. So come from it from an affordable housing perspective and instead of a finance perspective, that's kind of where I focus. But yeah, that's, I think, how I came to be nominated.
All right, Tanya?
Is Nelson Community Partners, is that what you're referring to as affordable housing development?
Yes.
Super, thank you.
John?
I'm good, thanks.
Berkeley?
Excited. Good choice.
Sharon? All right, we'll vote on you in the floor.
Great, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay, if we could recess for a few seconds and see if we have any, if anyone else has made it to council. Because some people had too much of a New Year's to make it. I'll go ahead and announce what is on consent, as if we do get a vote on it. So we're gonna have RS 2023-1933, and that's just the election of our certain notary publics for Davidson County. And then RS 2023-1941 by Council Lady Hurt honoring Meryl Rose on her retirement from Channel 5. Yes, we have a quorum, chair checks quorum. I'm going through, yes, it's flu season. So going through consent, the last bill that we have on consent is gonna be RS 2023-1942 by myself, and it recognizes the retirement and services of MP&F Strategic Communications Senior Partner David Fox. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
And a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Great, any against? Any opposed? Thank you. And with that, we're gonna run through real quick. So we have Procurement Standards Board reappointment of Miss Shannon Raybon. Said that correctly, right? Yes, okay, good. And we're gonna put these all on consent because we've already gone through their, information.
Okay.
And so then we also have Miss Tanya Channel, unless she feels like being Chanel tonight. And that's for the tax incentive and abatement study and formulating appointment. And then we also have, is she here yet? Is Miss Sims here
Yeah,
yet?
I'm looking for,
Okay, and then we have for the tax incentive and abatement study and formulating committee, Mr. Mick Nelson. So with all of those, having been discussed already, I would accept a motion.
So moved.
And a second, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? All right, with that, let me catch us up. Okay, do we know how far Miss Sims would be? I hate for her to have to come again.
Or to text while driving.
You still on speakerphone?
Yes.
I could probably get on FaceTime, maybe. Yeah. Hi, how are you? How close are you? How, what's that in minutes?
It's been
15
there.
minutes. So.
Okay.
Okay, no, just, don't even come at all now,
Don't
because
come.
there's no reason,
Yeah.
don't even come at all if that's okay. Because, yeah, I didn't realize you had to come before another committee before council, and that committee's about.
Okay, so with that, that finalizes our agenda. And we'll see you in the big room.
So it's gonna defer to the next.
Yeah, might be nice of you to show up.
We couldn't have done it without you.
Okay.